Oh yes.
सबके
So, I'm going to say some few words on behalf of me and my sister Priya. So this speech is coming from both of us. First of all, I want to thank all of you for attending a very special occasion in our life, with mine and Priya's. All my parents, Rotarian friends, my aunt, uncle, cousins from all over India, my sister and my sister's family who's here, and my friends from USA, Delhi, Chennai, and I get and New York too. When USA is New York, so. On this day, I want to share my gratitude for my parents for being selfless and dedicating their lives to the advancement of the children and the grandchildren. I want to first start by thanking my mom. First of all, bringing me to this life and taking care of me as a baby and young child, and as well as for Priya. Many fond memories of her, and she always made sure that our lives were very progressive but yet very simple. She would take care of small little details like our personal hygiene, handwriting. She actually had a handwriting coach for us for 2 years, just to improve our handwriting. Written English, I used to write letters to them. The letters used to come back from them with all corrected grammars. Learning, swimming, skating, pretty much everything that what we normally see it in New York, they did it for us back 30, 40 years back. She also, although she's educated in Masters in Home Science, she played the role of a quintessential homemaker, made delicious food. I still love her food. My dad was in government service. He used to get transferred every 3 years. And I've only moved twice in my life, and how difficult it is. She moved over 12 times, and every packing was done. I have no idea how she did it. Whenever we were sick, she would take care of us. She is a very strong lady. She's an amazing, strong lady who always stood strong, came through as a homemaker, not only for me and Priya, but her own family, my kids, Priya's kids. She is also an anchor for my dad. And we still rely on her because she is the lady of our family. I've never said this before, but I'm going to say that, Mom, I love you, admire you, and I promise you to stay. So now I'm going to move on to my father. He's the man of our family. I have many memories of him growing up. His biggest goal was education. He invested in education for sending both me and Priya to private school, whether it's India for me, Sophia for Priya. I mean, he worked for a government job. I'm sure he was going beyond his affordability, but for him, education was very investment, very, very important. I still remember the day I came back, and there was someone sitting with him, and he started yelling at me after seeing my report card. And he's like, did he fail? He said, no. Did he get like second division? No. He said, no, he got less than 90%. That's what I got yelled at. There was a time when I remember my 10th grade, we went to get my report card from the school. The principal got up, congratulated my parents that your son came first in the school. And while we were driving back, I said, Dad, you've been just yelling at me. Look, I came first in the school. And his response was, if you had worked harder, you'd come first in the state. So, I still remember my admission in engineering college. He was more worried than I was to get into engineering college. when I did get admission, we both couldn't sleep, so we took I first took my sleeping tablet to sleep. So, and then when I wanted to go to States, we had already saved up the money in dollars in New York, so they can study abroad. So I thought his just goal for education was amazing, both for myself and for Priya. Priya did her masters, I did my masters, and I don't think so, had it not been him, we would have done and gone so far. Second thing I remember about him, he's a disciplinarian. He still is. He's always disciplined me, even does it now. I remember when I was a kid, I was singing the song Hum To Tere Aashik Hai, and I got yelled at so badly. I don't know why.
Because you weren't singing for Perry.
I have, I remember, and Vivek is a witness, when I got suspended from the college, I went to go and receive him at the airport. The first thing I got was a big whack right at the airport in the middle of everyone. And even now, if I come home late, I get yelled at. I think it seems like I've done a good job in putting his disciplinary skills to work. Yet we've had many fun memories. Remember my trip, multiple trips to Mount Abu and eating those chocobars. My trip to Nepal when we went to Yak and Yeti, I still remember that. My first plane ride to Tirupati Balaji, and I had to give up my hair, which I thought was worth it. Both me and Priya gave up our hair. I still remember listening to his poems, going to Kavi Sammelans, a lot of humor there. I played a lot of sweep with him. We used to play for hours, sweep, and it was fun playing with him. And I have a very interesting story about, just to let him know how prudent and how smart and how funny my dad is. And Rohit remembers that he had come to New York, and we all went for a trip to Boston. Coming back, we stopped in a rest area. Somebody wanted to eat burgers, somebody wanted to have tea, coffee. So everybody stood in the line, they were eating their food, they paid for coffee and tea, and my dad was laughing and drinking milk. And we were like, Dad, why are you smiling? Why are you laughing? He said, you guys are, you don't know. You stood in a long line, paid to get tea or coffee. Here the milk is all free. So, there's just so many of these memories where I've had so much fun. I can go on, but I'm going to just cut it short and say, Dad, you're my hero, my role model, that I can never be. You're probably the only person in the world, besides God, that I'm afraid of. And I guess being the black sheep of the family, all my life, all I wanted to do was to make you proud. And I'll be so honored and thankful to God if I can even inherit a mere fraction of your quality. Going back to my parents, both me and Priya want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for pretty much of those 50 years. I think 49 years and 3 months were dedicated to us. And we're truly blessed that we have you in our life. And I want to just end by thank God for, allowing us to have your affection, your guidance, and your blessings. Thank you.